My next guest has made it her life mission to help others after she was dealt a devastating blow. Casey Landman was a freshman in college when she was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma. Please welcome Casey Landman to the show. Hey, Casey.
Hey, how are you doing?
Good, good. Okay, you were diagnosed at 18. You're now 23. So before we get going, how are you doing?
I'm great. I'm healthy and happy. Thank you for asking.
You look healthy and happy, and you know, that's a tough thing to hear when you're 18 years old.
It was. I was a freshman in college at NYU Tisch School of the Arts, and I was in an acting class, and my voice teacher came up to me, and she felt my neck and was like, hey, your lymph nodes are swollen. You should go to the health center. And so I did, and they were like, you know what? It's just a knot. You need a massage. And I was like, great. And I went home for spring break, and I was like, Dad, the doctor said it. I need a massage. And he was like, I don't know. He was skeptical, brought me to urgent care, and at urgent care, they told me to go to the ER. I went to the ER, and it ended up being lymphoma.
Wow. That's a tough diagnosis. Now, because of the type of cancer you actually had to go to the pediatric ward, even though you were 18, and you were the oldest, obviously, patient in the pediatric ward. How was that experience?
It was definitely difficult being surrounded by younger children and watching them essentially get their youth taken away in a bunch of ways. And it was isolating because I felt like I didn't belong, but I also wouldn't have felt like I belonged in the adult wing. And so it was just constantly trying to validate my own experience while also getting treated for a very serious disease.
Sure. You know, what I love about your story is that you allowed that experience to not just shape your life, but it ended up in one of your class assignments when you returned back to school, right?
Yeah. It ended up shaping a huge part of my life. It wouldn't say it's my identity, but it's a huge part of who I am. And I ended up writing Casey the Frog, a project that I'm now really working on as a storybook for children. And in the pandemic, I realized it would actually be really great as an animated film. And so I devoted my pandemic experience with all of my free time to that.
Wow, that is so awesome. And talk about why you want the content to be geared towards little kids, because a lot of people don't understand how tough it is for kids and their families and how scary it can be to be diagnosed with cancer and in the hospital like this.
Yeah, I think being surrounded by children during my experience informed the survivor that I am. And so when I was creating this, I was thinking about how I had access to these blogs and these books about young adults, but I certainly can't imagine as a kid searching on Google for something that would help me. So I wanted to create digestible content that kids could have to understand this really crazy niche thing that's happening to them.
Casey, you have a great idea. By the way, the illustrations are awesome. So I'd have to imagine that you'd like to get someone who's in development to actually take a look at Casey the Frog. I mean, is that your ultimate goal?
Yeah, I would really love for it to get seen by someone that can make it an even bigger thing. And eventually I want it to be a series. I want Casey the Frog goes to chemo. Casey the Frog loses a friend. I want kids to have content that will help them through this experience that they did not choose.
Casey, guess what? I think that it's a wonderful concept. I talked to some of my friends here at Stage 29, and we have a little surprise for you, actually.
Hi, Casey. I'm Julia Eisenman. I'm head of development at Stage 29 Productions. And I just want to say that your story is so inspirational, and I really love how you turned the scariest thing in your life into something that could really help other people. And I would love to set a meeting to discuss your film. Thanks.
Your mouth says it all, Casey.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So that's a huge shout out to Julia Eisenman. She's from Stage 29 Productions. She's in charge of taking a project from its grassroots and developing it and hopefully bringing it to the screen. So she's a big shot.
I'm very talkative and I do not have words. Oh my gosh.
You got it. Have fun. Stay safe. And let us know what happens, okay? Come back.
I would love to, and I will. Thank you. Stay safe and healthy.
All right. You too. Take care.